before we carry on, you need to keep in mind what is the genre of the text that you people are reading, who the writer is, what are his views, his attitude, his perspective is. Okay, that's what I keep telling you people in the class as well, because this is not your regular kind of reading paper or comprehension paper. When you're going to read the question, you're just going to analyze the text and you're going to give the answer here, because that is what most students are doing wrong. It is the response in the end of the magazine article is something like a summary. Now over here, this is more like an article. In the following text, the writer discusses a different approach to education. So Khatija, what do you think? What kind of text was this?
Miss, this is a very informative text. Like they told information about Scandinavia and how being in class.
Yeah, you're right. And do you think it's a magazine article or it's a report?
It's more of a report.
It's more of a report. Azan, what do you think? Is it a report or a magazine article?
Miss, it is a report.
It's a report. And why do you both think it's a report?
As a lot of points pointed out.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of information, so you actually think it's a report. But Ibrahim, if you notice over here, they're using metaphors as well. Children have become cogs in a box ticking machine. So like cogs are like those, bolts and nails over there. They've just become that. You're using a metaphor here. Now in a report, you never use that. Okay, it's like simple facts over there. And okay, if you keep noticing, they're using emotive appeal as well over here. So it's very much like an article. Okay. Yeah, so the next one now already doing in this, in one paragraph we have the main idea, which is, of course, that there is a lot of academic pressure, and especially in these within the walls of a classroom, you feel that. And then we need to move on to the next paragraph, how wilderness had soothed. So Miss, it has this.
There's someone in the chat who answered a question.
Okay,
do you want to read it out?
No, I'll just check, but I'll have to stop, because if the meeting starts again, then I won't be able to see this. Yeah, in 6th paragraph, an evidence is given that how connecting to nature helps. Yes, exactly. This is what I was saying. You see, you need to have a holistic view of the whole topic which is being discussed over here. So you cannot just focus on one paragraph and just listing all those points from that one paragraph, which are just talking about the similar one main idea. Okay, yeah, good. So you need to have variety over there. Yes, mental illness, excellent, very good. We have that. Any more? You people can just, Azan, add to it too on the chat. We have mental illnesses. It kind of cures them or kind of reduces them. Can't say cure them, but yes, definitely has a mitigating effect if we are in nature. So all right, so in the other one, we have the next, where is mine? Yeah, it's here. In this, what are the negative points? Can you quickly do that? Then I'll show you another slide. Now this one, who is actually not in favor. So what do they have? What argument do they have against this wilderness education? Can you please speak up? It will save time because I need to switch from my share screen, then just check what is on my chat. I can't see both.
There's a point in the beginning of the second paragraph that it's true that the most young kids like being outdoors.
Yeah, that is true. So they like outdoors, so that's in favor, because that's the way this writer starts their article. In the first paragraph, they have, this is in response to the previous article, right? So they say, yes, there is no doubt, undoubtedly, you know, nature does help. So many people find the arguments for taking children out of the classroom and into the great outdoors compelling. But what is a point over here? If you notice,
Miss, there is
uh,
written
Miss,
that
like children are
there is a
limited
negative
to
point.
study outdoors.
Yeah, this is like opposite of the last one. It's
yeah, this
against.
is the
Yes,
opposite.
ma'am.
Yes, but he agrees to a certain extent that 85% of parents in the UK and many elsewhere say they believe that young children should spend more school time away from their desks and learning outdoors, right? So he is like agreeing to what was said before, but then he carries on that argument and has a counter argument for it, which is not that they necessarily want to give their children these experiences themselves. So there is this underlying hint that maybe that part can be taken care of by the parents. Of course, it's definitely a need that nature was going to help
Miss,
calm down children. Yes, Azan?
Miss, there's a point written that outdoor learning is not like beneficial for the bookish kids or the kids with allergies or disabilities.
That is
It's
very
not
good.
accessible to
Yes.
many
So
children.
that is like very explicitly said, right? That this is not in favor. Okay. In the second
And there's
half,
another point that a lot of parents disagree with this as well. They don't. They're not. in favor.
another point, if you can actually see over here, is where they in the first paragraph, the last of it, that whether there is going to be rain or there is going to be a sunny day, you know, how is it practical? You need to see that side of it too, if it's doable, right? That you can't have classes all the time outdoors. And majority of a child's school day, rain or shine, should be spent outdoors, building their self-esteem by log jumping or developing teamwork. So this is another way to build your argument. You can emulate this example in your own arguments. As we've discussed the points, I'm glad that you all are reading, and I think it was an interesting topic anyway. So here's my first screen now.
Miss, I'd like
Okay.
to add another negative point to the text tree.
Yeah, do that, Azan.
Miss, there was that if the schools encouraged outdoor learning, so the teachers had to be so there should be retraining for the teachers and
Very
review
good,
assessment
Azan.
processes.
Yeah, good. Now just remember, Azan, I have a question here. You've been doing magazine article with your teachers, and
Yes.
you've been doing it for some time now. Do you think you should be, and we've taken out points from both text A and text B. So should we be including all the points there?
No, Miss, we should include the points which are relevant to the question asked by the.
All right, all the points which are relevant, should you be including them? Khatija, I think we discussed that. What do you say? Should we be including that, and why?
Miss, I think to a limit, not all of them. It's going to be cluttered then, but like just like Azan said, like the items that are needed in the question, those are supposed to be placed there.
Yeah, true. So you are very right there. Like, whichever is going to be relevant to your argument, include them. But do remember that part of your question or the marks that you're going to get is based on the points that you're going to get. All right. So if you don't include enough points, at least 10 of them, you won't get enough marks, because half of your marks that you're getting on this response is on the points that you're going to include in your article. Okay, so we need to do that. Now over here, can you all see the question? We have this: write an article for young people about outdoor learning. Now in your article, you should evaluate the ideas, opinions, and attitudes given in both texts. Now, if let's say ideas, what do we mean by the ideas here? Can anybody answer? Ibrahim,
The suggestions.
Ma'am, the
that
suggestions
is
that
right.
you are trying to give out to us, point out.
Yeah, it's a main idea, like the themes that are being discussed over here. In this case, we were discussing the idea of education in wilderness, right? And all those supporting details, they were like, helping that main idea. There were other ideas connected to it. How can we make it possible? If we had like, we were foraging for food, we were looking for food, that is going to develop, teamwork, camaraderie, and all that. So then we come on, how do you evaluate your text? Now, by the word evaluate, it means that you're going to separate all your facts and your opinions. You will understand that. And then you need to understand from where what the attitude of the writer is. Is he a parent? Does he have a critical attitude to something? Or is this a teenager